All right, guys, welcome to Trading with Meatball. And we're going to talk about how we took their lunch money today, but we're not going to brag. The market is making it easy and the market is running. And so we take advantage of these trends when they show us. But let's talk about mistakes just real quick. I'll show you the banger plays and the setups, and we're going to look at Taiwan Semiconductor because we've been taking their money. But I went in too early, and I've said many times I like to wait till 10 or 10:30 until they show us a trend on the SPY or the QQQ, and those just chopped us to death with some big moves up and down today. And I tried one, it didn't work, and I stayed off the indexes. The individual tickers I will trade at the open though, and I like to scalp. I don't like to hold the open, and I'll go back in on a retracement, or I'll just go back in if I say I want to hold it again. But I like to get in and get out. The first 5 or 10 minutes, you're rolling dice in the alley behind the dumpster. That's what you're doing. If you're trading the open, you're throwing dice in the alley behind the dumpster. And so if you wait till 10 or 11 o'clock, you can catch a retracement and follow the trend. That's just my experience. I analyze my trades. The first trade is usually the worst for me, the one that doesn't work out. And so I try to make that the smallest trade of the day. Here's Taiwan Semiconductor on the 1 minute. And so I went in about 3 minutes in, and she had a big candle and a little retracement. And I said, that looks good. I'm going to go ahead and go in. And it's outside of clouds. Thank you, Ripster. He's a genius. I love Ripster. Okay, and then we were good to go for about 3 minutes, and then she took a big shit. And I said, that's okay. That was my first trade, and I knew it could go against us. And so, I'm seeing red like this, and it's in the clouds. And that's two more candles on a 1 minute candle. That's 2 minutes. And so it dumped into the clouds for 2 minutes. And I said, I'm gonna go have a cigarette and see what happens. And I use the peanut M&Ms, the cigarettes, I do push-ups, I eat pretzels. You do whatever you have to, but waiting is the key. Waiting is the secret, guys. And so I waited. And then I came back and I saw more red like this, and I said, "Oh, let's go smoke another cigarette." And I came back, and then she's still red, and I said, "Okay, well, maybe I screwed up, right?" When I got the little green here and it stayed above the cloud, okay, this is the outer cloud, right? And it starts to go green again. I said, that's it. I'm going in. And I did. I doubled down. And she gave it to us, man. Let's look at the 5 minute because we trade the 5 minute, okay? And today's the eighth or something, right? Or something, right? Where's the eighth? There's the eighth. Okay. And so if you zoom out, it looks less scary. So let's take a look at that. And so here's the dump and here's the double down. And on the 5 minute, it doesn't look so scary because it didn't go below the clouds. It did on the 1 minute, but not the 5 minute. And so the lesson is zoom out, always zoom out. And you trade whatever you want to trade 1 minute, 5 minute, whatever. I trade the 5 minute, and I will do the 1 minute for the first 20, 30 minutes, maybe 15, 20 minutes. I am on the 1 minute chart at the open, but 15, 20 minutes in, I'll switch over. And if I'm still on the 1 minute and it's 10 o'clock, I say, nah, let's go to the 5 minute. I like the 5 minute. It's less scary, helps me make better decisions. I don't get faked out so much, right? And then if you look at the 15 minute, and that's why I doubled down because let's go to the eighth. And so you can see what I was looking at when I did the double down thing, you know, it didn't look so scary on the 15 minute, does it? Mm-mm. And then we started getting a big candle and it's going above the other candle and you're good to go, man. So zoom out is the answer and trade light at the open. And then we went in again on the retracement, and this time I threw down heavy, man. And I stayed on the 5 minute chart and I held it pretty long up into here. I don't hold to the top, I never claim to, but I did hold it longer than I normally do because I was on the 5 minute and I watched it stay outside the clouds the whole time. And then I sold one or two and I sold the rest of it up in here somewhere. And then she peaked and I said, "Okay, that's good enough." We cut the body of the movement and we trimmed as it went up. And we held one longer than the other or whatever, but you trade your way, guys. I'm just sharing with you what worked for me today. Here's something else that worked for me. Here's Riot, and we took Riot again on the 5 minute using the clouds. This is a classic retracement and a move up, a classic retracement and a move up. And both times it did not go below the clouds. And so as it started catching another green candle and it's still above the clouds, and we're past 10 o'clock, and I usually see some kind of a pullback at 10. at least on the indexes. I feel more comfortable about 10:30 or so, and that's about what time this was. It looks like 10:20, and so we took the riot and we sold her for 30 or 40%, and zero fucks were given. And then later on, I posted on Twitter, and we're still on Twitter. Here's my profile. Please utilize proper grammar when insulting me. Thank you. I put that on Twitter for everybody that it was peaking right here above the high of the day, which is right here. And once again, it was above the clouds. And look at the volume it was coming in. It was all green. And if you go to the 15-minute, zoom out, always zoom out, guys. This is what I saw when I took that trade. I saw green, 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 volume, volume, volume. A couple retracements on the volume. I'm looking down here at the volume. Couple retracements on the volume, but most of the volume's green, and the green volume is bigger than the red, and she's staying above the clouds. That's a classic retracement into the clouds, followed by a move up to the next higher level. And she continued to repeat this goddamn pattern the entire day. Okay. I hope it helps somebody. And God bless you guys. You can do this. Don't listen to anybody that tells you that you can't. Okay. And please practice the risk management. And if you throw down heavy, don't hold it. If it goes against you, get off. Okay. Growing your account, 20, 30% or 40% every trade, you'll be rich in no time. Okay. Just think about if every time you ran a trade, you hit for 20, 30, 40%, right? We're not always going to get the 700% home runs that these people post on Twitter. They're not telling you about the other seven trades they took that didn't work out. Okay. Let's talk about one I took that didn't work out. Okay. It's not just about my home runs. You learn from my mistakes. Let's look at a 1 minute chart on the QQQ, and I'll show you how I screwed up today. Okay. Why did I screw up? Because I'm too confident, because I've been hitting everything. And so I figure I walk on water and I can't miss. And that's when you get hurt. And here's the 1 minute, and she's chopping the last couple days, and then she dumps. Okay. And this is like, I don't know, 20 minutes in or something, and it dumps below the clouds. Now, my normal setup is a 5 minute chart. And when it goes below this yellow line, which is the 20-day moving average, I'll take it. Well, I'm on a 1 minute chart. Okay. And it looks more scary on a 1 minute chart. And this looks like a good dump, and so I took a put, and then I had a couple green candles, and these are 1 minute candles. And so then I'm out. I didn't hold that sucker at all. It went against me for 2 or 3 minutes, and I sold it. But on the 5 minute chart, and let's go to the eighth. Okay, let's go to the eighth. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Come on, baby. There's the eighth. Okay, so on a 5 minute chart, using our SPY system, which I use on QQQ, it did go below the 20-day moving average, but it was one big candle that pushed it below. I don't like that. I like the smaller candles going below or above, like this one here. When it came below that yellow line right there, this one here would have been good. I like the second candle. We've had a lot of chop on the indexes, and so my general rule is, if the index is chopping. Oh, by the way, the blue line is opening print right here. If you're new to our channel, we always mark the opening print with this blue line. And so she's chopping, man. She's chopping all day, and anywhere there's chop, just go ahead and draw a zone. And we draw zones. We want you to draw your own zones, okay? And just kind of center it on the body of the chop there. And you can drag it left. You always get answers. And son of a bitch, look at that. It touched there, and now it's chopping there. She's going to leg up to the next level. And here's your clue right here. They're showing you cards, guys. Okay? That's 5 minutes before the close. And look at the volume down here at the bottom. That's 5 minutes before the close. They're showing you cards. And it touched this level right here. Let's get rid of the clouds so you can see better. Come on, bitch. All right. So it touched that level and rejected. Then it chopped. Now it's into that level. Okay. And both days at the end, you had green volume. They're showing you cards. They're going to leg it up again. All right, guys. Don't listen to anybody that tells you you can't do this, because you can. Okay. And shout out to the girls in Pennsylvania, man. They take your breath away when they look at you and smile. I love it here in Pennsylvania, guys. All right. God bless you, and go get them. And yes, we share the whole screen. We just don't care.